Hey family, this is Sister Sheila coming to you live and direct from the battle station. I'm not on the big brown sofas right now. I'm actually in the dining room at the battle station, but I wanted to jump on and take some time to address some of the questions that we've been getting over the last couple of months about some of the work that we're doing here at the battle station, especially as it relates to soul care. So I get a lot of questions about, well, what exactly is soul care and what does it mean to be a soul care coach? And so I wanted to clarify and give some definition to that for people who are a little bit curious. But before I do that, I want to tell you how I got into this work and why it is so near and dear to my heart. For 10 years, I was employed by the Richmond City Department of Social Services. And one of the things that I noticed was that there were not a lot of resources readily available to social workers and frontline human services staff who take on the ills and the traumas and the devastation that the residents of Richmond City were facing. And at the same time that I was coming alongside to walk with these social workers in dealing with their trauma and in dealing with the stories that they were overloaded with on a daily basis, I was having my own set of traumas. We were nursing 3 parents until they transitioned. We had all these wonderful kids here at the battle station. Only two of them actually belonged to us, but the rest of them, I just steal them. I love these kids and I love them being here. It's a beautiful thing. But here's what I came to realize, that if you are a police officer and you arrive on the scene of a fatality or a traumatic event, you can go back to your precinct, you can pick up the phone, and within 24 hours you can have an appointment with someone who is qualified to help you process through the trauma that you just experienced. What I learned is that is not always true for those who work in other areas related to human services. So teachers, sheriffs, nurses, social workers, BPS workers, those who are on the front lines. I was even speaking with someone today and they said this would be good for videographers who work for news stations because they're filming all types of footage and they have to watch it over and over and over and over and over again to edit it down to a news bite size in the production room for people to view. And so this started out as really my own journey in how to deal with all the stuff that was happening here at the battle station. We had a slew of single folks who were struggling in their singleness, and we had young married couples who were struggling with how to get along and stay together and all of that. And then we had people like us who were sandwiched between elderly parents and trying to raise their children. And so I started thinking about and praying about what would it look like to offer services to people who are in that demographic. I call them everyday people. People who aren't rich, who don't have access to psychotherapists and psychiatry and meds and all kinds of other resources that might be out there for people who just have access. What's for the everyday person? What's out there for the everyday person that can help them in this thing called life? And so we developed a soul care curriculum. And let me tell you what my definition is for soul care. Okay, let's start there. So what is soul care? Soul care is the process of engaging in practices that renew the mind, align the will, and stabilize your emotions so that you can live, move, and have your being in a way that causes you to flourish. I'll read it again. Soul care, as practiced by us here at the battle station, is the process of engaging in practices that renew the mind, align the will, and stabilize your emotions so that you can live, move, and have your very being in a way that causes you to flourish. And as a coach, I help people in that journey. I help people in that process, but I don't do it alone. There is a cadre of incredible resources that are here at the battle station. Almost 25 years ago, someone said to my husband and I that we were joint and marrow in the body, that we were joint and marrow in the kingdom, and that we wouldn't just be joint and marrow in the kingdom, but that we would also be joint and marrow in the community. And that's exactly what has happened. We are joint and marrow. We strengthen the subjects that I am certified and educated enough to help people with. I do. And for those situations that are out of my reach, that are above my head, there's someone here at the battle station or connected with the battle station that is a resource that we can offer to you. And so the event that we posted the flyer about last night is an opportunity for you to be introduced to what a soul care coaching experience would be like. It's not a women's conference. It's not a church event. It's open to anyone. So regardless of your position of faith, you are invited. You are invited because we believe in the power of collective, compassionate community. And that if we create the space, if we create the space and it's safe, healing will happen. Does it happen all at once? Sometimes. But is it a process? For most of us, yeah. And we're willing to jump on the journey with you and walk with you to get you where you want to be, okay? And so that's what the SoulCare event is about. The date for the event is Saturday, June the 24th, and it is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The price is $75 per person, but if you register now, there's a special discount if you go to thebattlestation.org. If you click on the link, it will automatically populate the discount, and we'll leave that out for a little while because we really do want to make this attainable for people. Like I said earlier, this is for everyday people. And so ladies, I know that we like to get our nails done, and I know we like to get our hair done, and I know we like to dress it up and do all of that. But if our insides are rotting, if we are depressed and oppressed and struggling or just stuck, this is the event for you. I'm going to be joined by a powerful and gifted young woman named Alva Carter-Kershaw, and she is the griefologist. Hands down, she is the griefologist, and I just believe that that she's going to be impactful. One of the things that Alva brought out at the second Chat and Chew is that grief isn't just about death, that it is about loss. And so whether that loss is a job or a relationship or a dream, you cycle through the phases of grief. And so depending on what the situation is, you can get stuck. And so we want to make sure that you get unstuck and help you in your journey and your process, okay? So that's what the SoulCare event is about. Now, just to clarify, an announcement that was made at the second Chat and Chew, I want to give you some information right now. At the last Chat and Chew, and even at the first one, I believe, we announced that we were going to do a Chat and Chew called Hush Ladies, the Men Are Talking. And I'm so excited about it. And originally, we had scheduled to have this event in June, but some incredible networking opportunities came about since the Chat and Chews, and we have an opportunity to share the Chat and Chew live on internet radio. Right? I know, like unbelievable. Like the conversations and the things that have been happening here at the battle station over the last 60 days will blow your mind. But this is an incredible opportunity for us to take this experience to the masses, and we are so excited about it. But we needed to work out some logistics, and we needed to work out some things operationally to make sure that it was done right. Because if we're going to do it at the battle station, we're going to do it right, or we're not going to do it at all. And so we pushed the date out, and I want to give you that. The date for Hush Ladies, the Men Are Talking, is Saturday, July 29th at 5 p.m. We're going to give some more information about that, but I really wanted to just get on and clarify some questions about the SoulCare experience that we're having June 24th at 9 a.m. If you have any other questions or concerns, you want to know any more about SoulCare, There really is 20 modules in the curriculum, and what we do is intake and assessment just like a regular social worker or clinician would, and we customize a program just for you. What we're doing right now is exposing you to offerings, product offerings within those 20 modules. And so we're going to work on some stuff next Saturday, and it's going to be awesome. I really do want you to come. The other thing I wanted to share is this is not a conference. This is not a large-scale event. I've had very, very powerful exchanges with people in small group settings, and so the idea here is for this to be a small group. I'm only looking for 20, maybe 25 women, depending on how the response goes, but the first 20, 25 seats, I'm done, we're gone, and if there are more, then I will schedule another SoulCare experience in July, but these first 25 women, they're going to be my inaugural bunch, and orientating them into this process is going to be wonderful, and I really want you to be part of it. So if anything that I've said resonates with you, then click the link, reserve your spot, and then grab a girlfriend. Grab somebody who you know is feeling stuck, feeling like they're on the journey alone, and that they just, you know, if they could just get a little encouragement, just get a little support, they actually can make it. So that's what all of this is about. That's what the SoulCare experience is about. That's what we're doing here at the Battle Station these days, and that's what Check Jews are about. It's an opportunity to have a community conversation, bring everybody to the table, and let's let peace prevail. Let's let grace prevail. Let's have a good time, and let's get healed on the way. Okay. So if you have any other questions, inbox me, text me, call me. And I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I always want to start a video from a place of gratitude, and so since I didn't start that way, I want to end that way. I want to thank everybody for all your prayers, calls, encouragement. It's been an amazing journey. Some of you saw this for us decades ago when we couldn't see it for ourselves, and we are on the journey. This is full time for us, and we are water walkers. We are literally living, give us this day our daily bread, and it's all good. We trust God for it all. So if you have any questions, like I said, reach out to me, let me know, and click the link and go ahead and be one of these first 25 women that experience these SoulCare sessions with us. Okay, so take care. I love y'all. Hugs and kisses to everybody. Grace and peace. Have a wonderful day.